It's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd. But an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
Yellow, yellow. Attack, attack. Attack.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 3 now.
Yellow.
Slot man in motion left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
It's first downs like that, Kate, just with the toughness of these receivers, that I can't help but think about some old school dudes. These playbooks have evolved so much in the NFL. Can you imagine some of the physical receivers back in the day and how badly they would have loved to play in the systems like this that just find a way time and again to put the ball in their hands?
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Will score. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one's taken in by the rookie out of USC. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Receiver in motion, headed right. Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. Broke through the tackle. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 36. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Man in motion out of the slot. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
To the air, 3rd and long. That one's complete, right side. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. They'll come up 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. On the move, headed right. On the run right. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they locked in and try to stick him deep. Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's incomplete left side.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. He finds Fant. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he made.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Another try following the sack. Has a man. It's Brown. Ripping off yards past the 40. Space on the right. He's got room. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. kicker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds a man right side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Trying down the middle with Henry. And have him gain about a handful there. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running once more with Henry.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. He's dropping back to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? If it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And they're going for this. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
And they bring him down around the 34. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They go play action on first. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his second interception of the season. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They send him left out of the slot. From the 46. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes trying again after the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Attack!
From the 40 on 2nd down. Oh, he put everything he had into that. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Second and 3 now.
Hey, 43.
Motion man left is Brown. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Yellow.
They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Offense up to the line fast. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Pacheco takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back at the 5.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, 57, 57. Watch out.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. A very short kick here from the right hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Here's Myles now to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Play action. Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
3rd and long for Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's going to push one deep down the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
This is Henry on 2nd. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete out to the right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Starts the return at the 34. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It'll go down as a 37-yard punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Yellow.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And that's good for a gain of 5. Oye Mafe bringing that play to a halt. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
Yellow.
Right back to Pacheco. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. New set of downs for him from the 46. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. That one's complete, right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Brown on the inside give. And he's brought down for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Finds his man, it's Worthy. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Yellow.
Motioning him from the slot right. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Up and good from Blankenship. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. So it's 2nd down coming up. Here's a throw. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They motion the tight end over. They'll throw on first. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Joshua Williams has it. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push the lead to 20. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick six. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He's throwing deep to the left side. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage, and more importantly, go exploit it.
Forced out to his right. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that. Get out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. He'll throw it yet again. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Has it in close. It's a Seattle touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Here's Myles now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9.
Yellow.
3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, 57, 57.
Looking to throw Mahomes. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. They were Johnny on the spot.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running right is Pacheco. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Hey, Riblet, Riblet.
It's Pacheco again. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
He's out in the clear. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
A 1st down carry for Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Yellow.
They'll run Pacheco. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Trying again with Pacheco. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push the lead to 20. Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. It is caught left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Offense in the hurry up here.
And the Seahawks first down.
Throwing now from the gun. Finds Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Seahawks hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 47. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Well, the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Got it. Ready?
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Set up. Go, Reed. Go.
Henry. Can't push it across. They make the stand. Looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
Yeah, two things come into play when you get to these goal-to-go situations, Gabe. I always love mixing cadence. I know it can be dangerous because you can give up 5 yards, but also if you're aggressive with it, you can get a free down, but it gets your guys excited to get off the football and get that surge. Well, that group offensively did not get on that one.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd down from the gun. And they pick him off again. Nick Bolton has it. He's at midfield.